All right, just a quick update. So we're starting the build today. Right now, just taking everything apart, just a bunch of these white sleeve cables, Corsair ones. I'm gonna replace them with the X1200 black ones, just so they don't interfere with the color. But I am definitely going to have some extensions on those. Don't know what to do about this fan yet, and keeping the ones in the front. But pretty much the loop is gonna go, so if we start pump reservoir combo here, GPU block, CPU block, only one 360 rad. So it's gonna go angle into the CPU, and then let's see here. I'm gonna include the hybrid cooling on my motherboard. It's gonna be a little tricky. I'll show you guys later, but it involves using really short tubing and tube clamps. But it's gonna look good. And then so we're gonna do 45 into that, and this should be going into, let's see here. This, okay, so it's radiator. Okay, actually let's start over. Pump or reservoir, pump, GPU block into CPU block. Out of CPU block, it's gonna go into the, what's it called? The motherboard cooler. Out the motherboard cooler, which is right here, into the radiator. The radiator is going to come out there and back into the reservoir. And it's going to be a straight runs. All these are going to be straight runs. So I'm going to check back with you guys in a second. Well, I'm going to go change out the water block on, or not, install the water block on my GPU. All right, it's about 3 hours and quick update. So we got a nickel back plate on here. There's this really nice card. It's a lot heavier than I thought it would be, but yeah, it's a nice back plate. You can see me in it. And then over here, I've been working on this thing. It's the M-Power Z97 board. I have some Dominator ramps to go with it, but pretty much when I said earlier that it's gonna be a little complicated is because see that? Focus in a little, that's a clamp, and that's 3/8 tubing, but I use specifically, so this part is Mayhem's tubing, and this part is Primo Chill. Primo Chill's 3/8 by 5/8 is like ridiculously tough. It's like, yeah, it hurts to screw that in. That's why I'm using it as like a support. And so, let's see here. So what we have left is, so the GPU block, it's gonna come in, whoops, can't point right now, come into here, come out into there, and then out from here, and then this is gonna go to the radiator. And I know that was a little bit blurry, but here's a last quick look at it. I think it looks really nice. Mixture of bits power fittings. I put some carbon fiber wrapping around this female to female port. That's all I had. It was black and it's kind of weird, but this makes it look a little better. And then I carbon fiber vinyl wrapped all the IO shield. This stuff is really good. I bought like an entire poster sheet of it, and then some, like two, just really long for like $12. Grab yourself some. But moving on over here, we have, so I have a 360 rad that carbon fibered up to. Got these Swift Helix fans, and okay, I forgot to put them in the wrong configuration again. They're supposed to be pulling, but pretty much I have my 760T. Pretty smart idea in my opinion, but so it's a pain in the ass to get these when you're doing pull to set up a radiator and fans. So what I did was, I know there's a screw missing there, but so what I did was I put these screws with the rubber things provided by Corsair, and then upright, and then I put the 760T. It comes with that lid for the top of the case, which you can't use if you're running water cooling because it blocks off the airflow. But I pretty much did that, put it on there, flipped it over, and now it's got it pressed up, all the screws pressed up right against it. So now all I have to do is just like insert these into a pull configuration. I'll do that later. But pretty much insert these into a pull configuration after they're done. Keep the lid on, flip it over, hold the fans down somehow. Radiator on top, hold it down, flip it over, and then screw in the radiator. So this is going to make my job a lot easier, but we're getting pretty far into this. Yeah, pretty much stripped everything out except for the X1200. Trying to think if I want to keep this part of the what's it called, black and yellow theme, or use that same carbon vinyl. But we'll see. I got my SSD in there too. But all right.